Good morning, friends and family. How we doing today? It's King Levy here on that check. And first and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Most High for allowing me to get up this morning. I'm thankful and I'm very, very grateful. Today is Friday. Today is payday. Today is the best day of the work week. Don't forget to pay yourself at least 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to 30% at least of your pay. Take that percentage and put it. Remember, your check goes into your checking. You always want to have a savings too, where that way you could transfer it from your checking to your savings. I used to save the net, but now I save the gross. It's best for you to save at least 10 to 15, 20, 30, 35% of your gross, and then start small and then you go increasing it. You know what I'm saying? Every time, you feel comfortable, because remember, saving it becomes a good habit. It becomes a good habit. So that's what you want to do. You want to start small, 5, 10, 15, and then, gradually increase it. It's very, very important. It becomes a good habit. All right. I just wanted to put that out there. Today is week 39 of the $5.52 week challenge. So we have $95 in fives. All right. 5 times 39 is 195. But remember, after the week when we reached 100, we go back to $5. It doesn't go 105, 110, 115. No, it goes back down to 5 because it's better that way. It's going to be harder for us to, keep doing 195, 100, 200, 205. You understand what I'm saying? So we are going to put $95 in this bottle here. And when I put the $95 in this bottle, I will give you a progress report of how much we have in fives in this bottle here. Okay, friends and family, so we're going to do the countdown right now. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, $95. We are going to put this $95 here in this bottle. There it is. Okay, so the progress report. Last week, we put $90 here. We have $1,905 in fives in this bottle. We put $95 today. We have, friends and family, we have $2,000. We reached the $2,000 plateau. Okay, friends and family, 95% of the country don't have $2,000 in their savings account. 95% of the country don't have at least $1,000. $2,000 could get your brakes fixed. If you was to run into a jam with your car, a lot of people can't come up with the repair money to fix that. All right, so those that are in my challenge group, what I'm saying? Congratulations, we made it this far. We are $490 away from the finish line, from the family. From here, it gets easier. We're still going to run into the gauntlet. The gauntlet is going to be once we reach 50, because we're going to end at $60 in fives. By the end of week 52, we'll be putting in 60. So that means 51, we're going to be putting in 55. 50, we're going to be putting in 40. 55, 50. All right, so it's going to get a little challenging, but from here, technically, it's going to get easier. All right, friends and family, have a blessed weekend. And God willing, I'll come back with some content next week for week 40 of the $5.52. All right, peace.